Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something very new. I'm pretty proud of myself because my goal has always been to get on top of it with my tracking. That way I know where my money is going and just know and learn how to budget more, right? Learn how to adjust my budget for it to be more accurate. And if things fluctuate throughout the month, I know how to do, or I guess, adjust with the month without going over budget or having spending triggers. But, anyways, friends, so if you guys know the Budget by Paycheck workbook, you guys might be familiar with this page. I have always struggled with this page, and I realized that it was because I wasn't tracking well enough, and I needed to be on top with my tracking to know how to fill out this page. So, although I had a lot of unbudgeted things this month, and I was on the spending and unbudgeted train, I did track really well this month. And that sounds so weird, right? You think it'd be the opposite. You think if I was spending so much and doing a bunch of unbudgeted stuff that I wouldn't want to track that, right? Somehow, and I have no idea why, it didn't really bother me. So I tried doing this with you guys, but it was like so long, friends, and I was making so much mistakes. But I did learn some things. So let me show you guys what I did. So I went through, let's pretend this is not here. I went through my trackers and I started with my starting balances. So on my trackers, I highlighted up here on the top, and this is not a starter, this is just this number put up here so I know, what to subtract from. But I highlighted at the top what I started the month with on my trackers. So I added this plus my cash envelopes plus what was in my sinking funds and my mortgage, savings account, emergency fund and household fund, and my savings challenges to get the starting balance. So this is rollover plus savings challenges, emergency funds, mortgage savings accounts, and so on. And then I went ahead through my tracker and added any incoming income. So I added no transfers, right? Because that's just one money moving to another account. I don't count that. I counted any refunds and our paychecks. And this is the number that I got. And then I just added these up too to get this total monthly income. And again, remember, total monthly income does not mean just income from your job. It just means all your accounts combined together is your monthly income. All right, so next I went through my savings and I added my savings accounts, but I made a mistake here, and you guys will see where I fix it, where I did not add this mortgage account. This is where my mortgage comes out of, but this is like a savings account. So I just do transfer into that account, and then I pay my mortgage. So this number will be added to this in the future. Just keep that in mind. And then I went through here and I just went ahead and added all the expenses that were in purple because that's me. And then I went ahead and went and did all the expenses that were my husband's that were in blue, and then bills, the same thing, and so on for the rest of these. But as you see, I had a large unbudgeted amount here, right? Because look at all this orange. But then what I did, and this is also for my checking account as well. For my cash envelopes, these oranges I added up, and these purples for mine and from my sinking funds. So I took it a step further and I decided to go through my trackers and see and divide up this unbudgeted. So I saw what items that were unbudgeted were towards food, towards fun, towards groceries, towards my spending, miscellaneous, household, and this is from my sinking funds. I did extra in eating out, birthdays, Christmas, and I dipped my fingers into some sinking funds for my own spending, as you see here. So I went ahead and went a step further and took this amount and divided this unbudgeted amount and divided it into categories, so I know it's not just unbudgeted, it did go somewhere. But there is a miscellaneous category, which is an unpredicted bill that we had. So that's why that is miscellaneous, and that was better categorized. So I know better moving forward, where am I spending my money? So then I printed another document up because, of course, I needed to kind of do a refresh. And this is what I got. So I added, right, I just went ahead and added this amount that I forgot to add for my mortgage, and then my actual sinking funds, because I had just added my, where is my sinking funds? Oh, I did not categorize my sinking funds in here, and I needed to account for my sinking funds, and my husband's actual spending, and so on. So I went through here and I did all the math, and it just looks super, super unorganized. So I went ahead and printed out another worksheet. So in my other worksheet, I was finally able to see how much I put towards savings, towards sinking funds, towards our mortgage, bills, our debt, and so on. Over here is what I know my monthly budget should be for those categories. In some categories, as you see, I just didn't have, like for miscellaneous, I didn't have a monthly budget for miscellaneous. And for birthdays, I didn't either. But I did have the funds for it, but I just didn't have a budgeted amount for that. I also realized I don't have a budget amount for my bills, which I should, but I have them categorized here, but I have never added them all up to get a fixed amount. So that's something new that I have learned. Also, yeah, my mortgage always stays the same, so I knew that budget, and I didn't have a monthly budget for my sinking funds or savings, because savings is typically just what I can out of each paycheck, and as well goes for sinking funds. So friends, with all this being said, let's go ahead and tally all these up, and hopefully we should get 100. We should get 100. The way you do this is to get this number, you divide this by your total monthly income. I already have done that, friends. I spent like 2 hours trying to figure all this out. Let's see if we get to 100. So 31 plus 11 plus 21 plus 6 plus 7, and I just rounded to whichever number it was nearest to, plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3. Okay, so I see I am off, and this might be because maybe these ones could actually be maybe closer to 0. Again, I'm just rounding to the nearest one I could think of, but maybe these are closer to 0, and if that is the amount, then we would be at 100. But right now we're like at 102, and this should be 100, because this should account for all the income, right? So 31 plus 11 plus 21. Goodness gracious. 31 plus 11 plus 21 plus 6 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3. Okay, now I got 100%. Oh my goodness, am I doing my math wrong, friends? Oh my goodness, I'm so close. Okay, let's see. 31 plus 11 plus 21 plus 6 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1. Oh no. Take a deep breath. 31 plus 11 plus 21 plus 6 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3. Okay, friends, it looks like we are at 100%. Oh my goodness, it only took 3 of these pages and a bunch of whiteout to do. But that's okay. Okay, so this is the first time ever that I've ever been able to fill this worksheet out. We'll move these worksheet aside because we don't need this. Okay, so as you see, I already highlighted, I went over a bunch of categories. I went over in household and gas and groceries. And my husband's spending, in my spending, obviously, miscellaneous, and in food. So I guess now we just kind of see where we need to be budgeting. I need a more realistic, now let's pack our bags and get off this. Let's grab our bags, let's put our headphones in our purse, and let's hop off this spending and unbudgeted train, and let's set more realistic goals for ourselves. So right here, I'm just gonna write notes. I need a realistic amount for spending for me, as we see here. Probably need to bump up grocery and gas budget for next month, right? Because this is the monthly budget for that I have been using since May, and as we see, friends, gas is just getting higher, so we need to budget more for gas, and especially since I have a truck, and also more for groceries. And for household, I'm seeing here that I need to be budgeting more for household. My husband only went off by a little bit. I think his spending is on point. We do have miscellaneous, we do have food. This was because of a bill that we did not know that we had. So that's why this is here. But for food and for fun, as we see here, we went way over. So I guess also create a fun category. Sorry if I misspelled this, friends. My brain, after all these numbers and all these things, my brain has just been, it's fried. Okay, so these are the goals for next month. Obviously, stay on tracking, even though I make mistakes and even though I spend money and whatever happens, be on top of tracking because this is the only way we were able to accomplish this. All right, friends, so now we can move forward, but you know, we're doing good with savings, we're staying on top for our sinking funds, everything's getting paid on time. So yeah, let's have a wonderful, wonderful August, right, friends? I will talk to you guys in another video, and thank you guys so much for your support and being with me on my journey. Talk to you guys later. Bye.